Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to NIE Wisdom School. I am Rahela Ferdousee, assistant teacher day shift. Today we are going to have a class with the student of class 7. Our today's subject is agriculture studies. Today we will discuss chapter 4, lesson 5 and 6. Our today's lecture number is 3 and our today's SW number is 2. You will write 5 MCQ after reading the text. My dear students, welcome back to our class after a long time. We were in chapter 4, agriculture and climate. Today we will read and discuss lesson 5 and lesson 6. Let us start lesson 5. Influence of weather and climate on crop production. What crops will grow in which area depends on the weather and climate of that area. The elements of weather and climate have impact on crop production. Now we will discuss how these elements influence crop production. Number 1, sunlight. Sunlight has its impacts on crop production in many ways. We know that plants produce their food through photosynthesis. In this process, the presence of sunlight is essential. In the presence of sunlight, water combined with carbon dioxide to produce carbohydrate in the leaf of a green plant. As per the need of the sunlight, plants are divided chiefly in two types. Number 1, light-loving plants and shadow-loving plants. Maize and sugarcane grow well in full sunlight, while tea and coffee prefer shade. So we came to know that as per the need of the sunlight, there are two types of plants. Number 1 is light-loving plants and number 2 is shadow-loving plants. Then maize and sugarcane grow well in full sunlight while tea and coffee prefer shade. The day length to which plants are exposed influence production of flowers and fruits. On the basis of the sensitivity to day length, plants are divided into 3 kinds. They are long day plant, short day plant and day neutral plant. That means according to the sensitivity to day length, plants are divided into 3 kinds. They are long day plant, short day plant and day neutral plant. Number A, long day plant. For the production of the flowers and fruits, these plants need at least 12 hours of day length, namely ausrice, jute, ash gourd, snake gourd, sponge gourd, etc. So we have to know the time hour, that is 12 hours for long day plant, and the vegetable or fruits we get, that's our ausrice, jute, ash gourd, snake gourd, sponge gourd as long day plant. Number B, short day plant. For the production of the flowers and fruits, these plants need less than 12 hours of day length. For example, wheat, mustard, almond rice, Gimakulmi, Indian spinach, that is puishak. Okay, so they need less than 12 hours of day length and we have to know the examples very well. Number C, that is day neutral plant. These plants can produce flowers and fruits under any day length. For example, groundnut, banana, tomato, cotton, etc. These fruits don't need long times of day length. They can grow in long time day length or less than long time. Okay. Now we will know about the second things which has impact on climate, that is heat. Heat influences growth and survival of the plants. So heat influences growth and survival of the plants. For these, plants choose minimum, optimum and maximum temperatures. These 3 temperature points are known as cardinal temperatures. So what is cardinal temperatures? For the plant choose minimum, optimum and maximum temperatures, and that is called the cardinal temperatures. Cardinal temperatures will be different for a given plant depending on its species and variety. The distribution of crops in a given area is controlled by the cardinal temperatures. On the basis of the need of the temperature, cultivable crops can be divided into 2 categories, namely cool season crops and hot season crops. Okay, according to temperature, cultivable crops can be divided into 2 categories. They are cool season crops and hot season crops. Number A, cool season crops. These crops prefer to grow in low temperatures. For example, wheat, potato, chickpea, lentil, cauliflower, knolkol, etc. For growth, these plants require minimum 0 to 5 degrees Celsius, optimum 25 to 31 degrees Celsius, and maximum 31 to 37 degree temperature. Okay, we have to know the examples. Number B, hot season crops. These crops grow in high temperatures. For examples, jute, rubber, cassava, etc. For growth, these plants require minimum 15 to 18 degrees Celsius, optimum 31 to 37 degrees Celsius, and maximum 44 to 50 degrees Celsius temperature. Now, third one, that is rainfall. Water is very important for plants. They depend on water retained in soil. Rain is the key source of soil moisture. For this, the amount, hour, and fall of rain is very significant for crop production. Because of rainfall variance, different types of crops grow better in different areas of the world. Number 4 is air current. Respiration, photosynthesis, pollination of flowers, etc. are controlled by air current. So we have to memorize this, that respiration, photosynthesis, pollination of flowers, etc. are controlled by air current. Number 5, relative humidity, RH in the air. Relative humidity, that is RH. Okay. High humidity is favorable for the crops in their initial growth phase. At the granulation stage, low humidity may cause shrinkage of the grains. Too much humidity in air props up the spread of disease and insects. So at the granulation stage, low humidity may cause shrinkage of the grains. So high humidity is favorable for the crops in their initial growth phase. And we have to know that too much humidity in air props up the spread of diseases and insects. Number 6, dew and fog. Sometimes dew and fog can create a favorable environment for the spread of diseases in the crops. Now we will start lesson 6, that is influence of adverse weather and climate on crop production. Crop production increases when the weather and climate are in favor. But in adverse weather and climate, crop production decreases or it may cause total crop loss. In this chapter, we will discuss different types of adverse weather and we will learn about the damages caused by such weather. Number 1, heavy rainfall. When it rains more than usually it does, we call it heavy rainfall. Heavy downpour in the rainy season impedes the production of vegetables. Vegetable plants lean on the ground because of excessive rain and their leaves, flowers and fruits get damaged. Heavy rain may cause flash flood and waterlogging. Flood and waterlogging result in oxygen deficiency in the soil. In this situation, the growth of plants and their production suffer from damages. Various plants like papaya, jackfruit, etc. even die in such condition. So water stagnated due to heavy rainfall must be drained out. Number 2, hailstorm. When the rain drops in the shape of ice balls, it is called hailstorm. In Bangladesh, hailstorms occur in the months of Ch-4 and Boishakh almost every year. Downpour of hail in the southeastern part is more than that in the northern part. In most of the cases, hail accompanies nor'westers. Hailstorms cause huge damage to the crops, especially leaves, flowers, and fruit suffer extreme injury due to hailstorm. Hailstorm active for a few minutes can totally damage a crop like boro rice, jute, mango, banana, onion, and garlic in our country. Number 3, drought. When there is not enough rain for a long period, it is called drought. In our country, when it does not rain continuously for 20 days or more during the months of Ch-4 and Kartik, it is called drought. Soil gradually suffers from moisture shortage because of the dearth of downpour. The amount of water that plants release through transpiration is more than the amount they can absorb from the soil. During drought, the condition of water deficiency continuously hinder growth and development of the plants. This state is known as drought-afflicted situation. Crops wilt away because of drought, and if the drought is acute, plants may dry up and die. As a result, the production reduces drastically. Drought is divided into three forms on the basis of damage caused to crops. They are severe drought, moderate drought, and ordinary drought. We suffer from 70 to 90% harvest deficit during severe drought. The deficit is 40 to 70% in moderate drought and 15 to 40% in ordinary drought. Crops suffer from drought in almost all seasons in Bangladesh. Rajshahi, Champainawabganj, Nator, Dinajpur, Rangpur, Bogura, Kustia, Joshore and Madhupur regions experience severe to moderate drought almost every year. Number 4, flood. Flood, damage and loss of crops depend on flood water level, flow of flood water and prolongation. Flood water inundates low and mid-low land areas. For these, fields of crops, especially paddy fields, go underwater. Usually at the time of sowing or post-sowing period, almond rice suffers damage because of flood. But Boro rice sustains loss from flood caused by overflow of rivers during the period it matures. Okay, this is all, my dear students. This is all for today. I hope that you will practice very well at home, and you must submit the SW on Saturday. Okay, stay well, stay safe. Assalamu alaikum.